One question from theory of computation was there, and which was from PDA, that is push down automata. The question was like the language accepted by following PDAs. PDA is this, and these are the options. Basically, this is memory based question, so there may be chance that data may be mismatching, or we may have some information that may lack some. You can say that data, right? But based on memory, we are solving it, right? So once the official gate 2023 paper will be there, we are going to check all the content that we have been made, and if there will be any improvement or modification would be there, we are going to create a separate session for that, right? So till now you can go through the complete list of GATE CS 2023 questions and its detailed explained solution one by one. The link of playlist is mentioned in the description section, so must go through it. Okay, let's start solving this question. So we are having a push down automata here, and you can see this symbol. Basically, this is the initial symbol, right? So let's say in stack, the initial symbol is like this, perpendicular, right? Now, what it indicates that if we are having, you can say that empty stack, that then we can insert a. So if our string is having a, we can insert a, right? And thereafter, you can see that if we are having already, you can say that we can replace this a. We can replace this a, right? If I want to replace this a, as many times this a can appear, and if the top of stack is a, we can replace it with the capital A. So I can replace it with capital A, right? Now if top of stack is a, if top of stack is a, then you can simply say that if I am having one more a, then I can add this a, and in that case what would happen, that if top of stack is capital A, then I can add as many a as I want, and if I want to replace it, I can replace it using capital A. Again similar. So let's say if I am having 3 a's, then I can replace this 3 a's with the help of capital A. Now if we are having capital A on the top of stack, and let's say right now we are only having triple A's like this, correct? In that case, if top of stack is capital A, then empty symbol is there. So I can make it empty, and if top of stack is A, thereafter I can again make it empty, and if top of stack is A, I can again make it empty. So right now this stack is empty. It means that triple A is accepted by it. So what conclusion we can make, that if our string is only having A, it will also be accepted. Right now it is having initial symbol. Thereafter we can add small a, and we can replace it with capital A. Thereafter, if top of stack is having capital A, we can empty it, right? And it is going to be accepted here. So single A can also be accepted. It means that the value of m, if we are going to represent a to the power m, a to the power m, it means that m must be greater than or equals to 1. M must be greater, because at least one a we are going to require. At least one a is the part of our solution, right? Now, let's say there are some occurrences of B also. So let's say if we are having a string like A, B, B, and B. In that case, what will happen? Small a, we can replace it with capital A here. Again, small a, we can replace it like this. And again, small a, we can replace it with capital A. As many times as we want, because these transitions are part of this, right? So we can do it like that. After that, if we are having B, if we are having B on the string, in that case, we can replace the top of stack of element A with epsilon. So I can delete it, Again, I am having B. So if I am having B on top of a stack, what we can do, if top of stack is A, we can make it empty. And again, if the string is having B, we can make it empty. So right now, the process is here. And if process is here, it is not going to be accepted, right? It is not ended successfully. So triple A, triple B, it is not a part of our language, PDA. It means that if the number of A's and number of B's are equal, it is not going to be accepted, because see, if single A is there, it would be replaced with capital A. And if single B is there, we can make it empty. But in that case, we are only up to here. So it is not going to be accepted. So 100% we can make surety that M cannot be equal to N here. M cannot be equal to N here. So if M cannot be equal to N and single A is also accepting, it means that number of A should be greater. Number of A should be greater, because at least one A is required, because if single A is there, it is going to accept it. But if we are having multiple number of A's and multiple number of B's which are equal, they are not going to accept, because process will end here and it is not going to be accepted. So what you can say, that number of M, that is number of A, should be greater than number of B's. Number of A's should be greater than number of B's, and M should be greater than or equals to 1. And that we can match with the option A. According to the memory based question, this was one of the options. So we are going to, sequence can be anything. It can be at the B option, it can be at the C, but this concept is like this. Let's say if we are having triple A and double B, so it should be accepted, right? Because number of A's are greater. So let's scan it quickly. So let's say this is our stack, and if we are having a string A, it can be replaced with capital A. And if we are having small a, it can be replaced with capital A. And if we are having again A, we can replace this as A. If we are having B, we can empty it. If we are having B, we can make empty it. And right now we are at here. Now, if the top of stack element is A, if the top of stack element is still we are having A, we can make it empty and we can come to here. So we can say that it is going to be accepted, isn't it? So our process must end here, and in that order, option A shoots more. So option A is the correct answer. It means that this is the logic. This is the correct way, right? It can be a option B in your question, option C or option D. But if this is the data, you have to approach it like this. I hope the solution is clear. Further, if you are having any suggestion, you can put it in the comment section and we are going to work on it very soon. Thank you so much. Have a nice day, guys. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.